Welcome, Aries, to your beginning of the month reading for June. Hope you friends are doing great out there. This reading will be from May 31st through June 6th. Okay, so getting right towards the end of Mercury retrograde. Here we go. Hope it all treated you pretty well. We still got a couple of days left. Not too bad, not too harsh this month or this year. I think it's because we had that beautiful lunar eclipse that actually helped push through a lot of that, and people already had kind of let go of what they needed during the lunar eclipse, so it doesn't seem to be too bad for people this year. Okay, let's see what's going on. Different energies coming in with the solar eclipse plus the lunar eclipse, really making it a little easier for the Mercury retrograde this year. Okay, so finding the harmony within, Aries. Let's see what's going on over here. This is definitely talking about, you know, if you think about it, how everything is kind of going in bliss over here for you, which is a good thing, right? Feeling really strong and really feeling the harmony coming in during the beginning of June, which is very wonderful. Next card coming out is moving on. Yeah, feeling like you're moving on in the right direction. Really feeling like you're getting down things that you really need to get down, to maybe even the nitty gritties of things, Aries. So that's very good. I do feel this empowerment going on within you as you're building up and becoming stronger within a relationship. And it does feel like a relationship is getting stronger, even though it feels like there could be some karmic pulls going on within the relationship, trying to get through little things here and there. Building a firm foundation in the very beginning of the month as you're moving towards that. But there is some movement and choices and decisions that do need to be made over here, Aries, at the beginning of the month to really fix and really keep that firm foundation going for you and this other person as you are really finding the harmony. So if you feel any karmic pulls going on, it really does feel that way. It feels almost like you have one side of the rope, they have the other side of the rope, and it feels like you're kind of playing tug of war a little bit over certain decisions that need to be made. But it definitely have this beautiful new beginning that's coming through. This is really due to the conjunction of the sun, right? We didn't do Astrodice first, right? And I told this to Taurus too. It's like, okay, guys, look, I know I didn't do Astrodice first because I was pulled to do this one because it was like Spirit wanted me to make you understand something huge is going on between the 30th and the 31st for everybody. And it has something to do with this Mercury retrograde, which is bringing in this crazy new energy from the lunar eclipse, really making everything bust open before the new month even starts. So you have the conjunction of the sun going on over here in your 5th house, right? And it's talking about, hey, well, this is where it's going to be. As you see this Mercury going around, it's bringing in all the success, especially if you're doing any kind of studies or anything like that within the 5th house, right? But we're also talking about that 5th house of love. So whether or not we see that 5th house come out in your Astrodice, we will see about that. But it's definitely saying that there's whatever was bothersome within the relationship is definitely taking a major turn, a major shift, and becoming a more peaceful, more harmonic atmosphere between the two of you within the home, within the firm foundations. The 4 of the foundations is the 4 of Wands. So it's talking about in the home itself, everything is really moving differently. Wow. Yeah, partnerships and alliances. So you're feeling like you do have this coming together, but you see this pull, you see how he's kind of like embracing her right here though? The only difference is I see this kind of like her pulling you, you pulling him, vice versa, whatever, but there's still a little bit of this kind of tug of war going on. So I do feel that there is still this tugging, but it does feel it's coming underneath the movement, choices, and decisions. There is something that is needed to be made towards this soulmate, towards this person, right? That has some kind of karmic pull on you, saying we need to do this, we need to do that, right? And you're really trying to find the balance within the situation. So that's, you know, a big, huge thing. This suffering in silence is saying, well, I'm no longer going to be suffering in silence. A Knight of Swords, right? That's what that is, Nine of Swords. Saying, I'm done with this. I'm going to get off this. I've found the peace and the harmony, and now I know exactly which way to move. So it's very important to know that by the 5th or the 6th that you will have this place to where you can tell this partner, this is the way we need to move together so that we can keep this together. This is the kind of karmic pull where it's like we need to shift and make decisions that are the better decisions for the future outcome of the situation. Okay. So if you're in a married situation, right, this is talking about this sun coming together for that family and really allowing things to bloom during this time. Okay. Relationships just in general, right? Restoring. It's kind of a restoring the 5th house of love. It's really restoring it, allowing the 4th house, the 4 of Wands, the firm foundation, the home for yourself to flourish and bloom, and really giving it a chance to really come back together for the peace and the harmony, where you might have felt like there was some kind of blockage or too much of a karmic pull going in one direction from the other direction. So very nice on that. And it's saying you're moving right along. So let's see what's going on over here. And, you know, if this is any kind of promotions, we're talking about anything, maybe, you know, we're talking about the 12th house or the 2nd house of money. It's also talking about the changing of getting the promotion to the current job, the way that things are firmly, you know, setting themselves around, and still allowing, you know, your partnerships and alliances, co-workers, any of those people to have a better coming together or a better understanding of the way that things are moving with the Ace of Wands. So remember that too. And it might come up in the Astro Dice, right? We'll see which, you know, can't wait to see which house is coming up, which is going to even be more satisfactory to the situation. It could be all, because if you're getting a better promotion, a better job, and there has to be choices and movements towards this career, that's definitely going to make harmony within your love life as well, especially, you know, married or living together anywhere where you're sharing resources. With the movement, choices, and decisions, yeah, it does feel like, because there was some toxic energy, there's that karmic pull I was talking about. There's that karmic, we need to make a decision, but you're kind of over here, but you're over there, but we need to pull this apart. Maybe you have some karmic ties that you're trying to actually say, you know what, we do have this karmically tied to each other. We need to break this apart so that we don't have this misunderstandings and these problems anymore, right? So over here with the Hermit, it's talking about these new decisions where you're going to progress more, but it also says you need to take a little time out so that you can really get receptive and perceptive on the situation. The reception is the receiving the knowledge from the higher self to a better understanding of what the new beginning is making, and then perceiving it through, you know, either your third eye or maybe even a third person point of view, which we talk about a lot, right? Stepping outside so you can see it from someone else's point of view so we can fix the situation. No escaping the situations the way maybe you were escaping, maybe you were running and hiding, or they were running and hiding from issues. That's not happening anymore. You can feel like any pains and losses that, you know, were trying to get away, however it was, now it's saying that the only way you're escaping this is actually, we're done with this energy. We're not going there anymore, right? We're not going there anymore. So it's a better understanding and a better knowledge of what it was, where this pull is, that you can have better decisions. If they're pulling over here saying, well, we need to do this and that, and you're saying, I don't like that, right? Or maybe it's a different kind of karmic pull. Sometimes within these, you know, these situations, it's not for everybody. If it's not your story, throw it away. But maybe there's some drinking involved, and maybe you want to drink and they don't want to drink, or vice versa. But maybe them drinking makes you want to drink. Kind of reminds me of smokers. You know, if you want someone to stop smoking, you can't really smoke around them, right? Because it makes them want to smoke, right? It brings that urge up. So it could also be something like that, to where you come to a decision, you know, to break those chains of where you're kind of hurting each other in certain situations, right? So that could be a possibility. It doesn't have to be for everybody. Everybody's a little bit different, whatever that toxicity is. Like I said, in this one right here, it's mostly about the toxic decisions that we do not come to each other's page. Like, we're so off of each other's page. I'm way over here, but I'm tugging on you to see it my way, and you're tugging on me to see it my way. So that's definitely a way of saying no more combativeness, no more tug of war, no more of that. We're going to have more harmony. It says you're seeking the harmony and wanting all of this, and you have this longing of belonging, right? Meaning this is where I want to be, right? And this is where I'm going to progress, and this is what I'm working out. So yeah, with the balance, you're going to make better decisions, and you're going to have better things coming your way, and better chances at the two of you actually finding the harmony within the situation. Because the Seven of Cups can actually be chances, right? It opens this doorway to say, if I listen to what you're saying and you listen to what I say, we have a better chance of having a better coming together. With the suffering in silence, where it says, I'm no longer feeling this way. We've figured it out. Now we can travel together. There you are, Aries, coming out of the woodwork saying, okay, now I'm ready to travel. I got off this over here, and now I'm ready to put in the hard work, really reap the benefits, and really see where I can travel to within this situation. And if you feel like you're bagging a job, you're really getting ready to go out there and do that. You've come to this decision. Ace of Swords, yeah, because this is where the better knowledge has come through, and for you to really feel like everything's coming together and really grow in this new direction that you're expanding in, especially when it comes into the love area. So wow, so you see a lot of escalating success within your life, whether it's in your job, your money, your relationship, maybe one or the other or all, but you're definitely going to feel this, and it's very favorable to you. We see that with the Ace of Swords, because it's really putting you right where you need to be. So it even feels like on the outside in society, there's this improvement. That could be with coworkers, right? That would be talking about that 12th house, right? So, yeah. And it's going to be very interesting to see where your Astro Dice is really putting you this month. To see, hey, this is what's really going on. So amazing. It does feel weird, guys, doing it backwards. I will tell you that. Because, I don't know, it does feel a little awkward. But when I got the message, that it's like, you have to know, they need to know this, right? I want you to do it this way. Because I always, have instructions through tarot before I do my readings, where we're going to go. But it does feel very weird. It feels like we're missing something. I think it's just because we always have that horoscope to go off of, so we could say, aha, see, that's where the 12th house came. Now we have to do it backwards. My husband thinks this is very exciting, because now he can't wait to watch his Astro Dice, because he's a Taurus too, so he's saying, now I'm waiting. So be assertive within the situation, and keep strong, right, and keep assertive. But yeah, it is kind of weird. Because I did the Taurus reading, guys, and he watched it, but now he's so excited to see, what's coming up next. So he says, I think the watchers are going to feel the same way. They feel like they're kind of missing something, but very excited to see what they're missing. So, okay, guys, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, right? Okay, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.